going on? You're listening to Jason Richter from the Richter Scale on Brigade-Radio-One.
Sorry.
Honor me as your new king.
Beautiful guitar.
It's my baby.
Hey everyone, it's Ethan, the Executive Director here at Brigade-Radio-One. As many of you know, we produce a lot of radio content with people like Director Michael Lang of Bones and X-Files, Director Steve Surgic of Lost in Space, Daredevil, Luke Cage. We work with a lot of producers as well, from Cindy Caponera of Shameless to Jason Schumann of Role Models to Eric Linus Kaplan of Futurama and Big Bang Theory. What we need is partnership. Go to patreon.com/Brigade-Radio-One. Become a partner today. Score yourself some concert tickets, VIP access, behind-the-scenes footage, and all kinds of other craziness. Get involved, become a partner. Help us not only deliver great radio content, but also help make the world a better place. Go to patreon.com/Brigade-Radio-One. You're listening to Brigade Radio 1.
It's a new thing.
I have a dear friend that I used to work with at Second City, Jill Talley, who happened to marry SpongeBob, Mr. Tom Kenny, and Tom and Maurice are very, very good friends. And I met him at a Christmas party.
Yeah, we've been at several shows together.
We love Tom. You know, he came to our Christmas event for the homeless kids last year.
Oh, right, okay.
And he was going to come out this year, but I guess SpongeBob the musical opened on Broadway, so we told him, you have to go to that.
Yeah.
But one of the heroes around combat radio, great with the kids, great with our social causes. We love him. Maurice, we're still not sure yet.
Yeah, I don't really like kids.
Really
really not much
today.
for social causes. I'm really just into taking care of myself, and please stay away from me.
I should leave then.
There you go. No, you're good. Just don't ask me for any money.
Okay.
I don't have any. I work in cartoons. There's no money in cartoons.
But your work's pretty infamous. Obviously Orson Welles on The Simpsons.
Yes, indeed, my friend.
Crispy coating.
Crumb crisp coating. It's tough.
I'll go down.
Crumb crisp coating. Yes. Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July and I'll go down on you. That's just stupid.
Have you ever heard that recording?
You don't know the
You don't know the
famous
recording?
frozen peas outtake?
No, I was warned about the frozen peas outtake,
Oh my
and I
God.
haven't had a chance to look at it, but I guess it's quite legendary.
Oh my God! Well, it's an audio thing, but it's a 5-minute listen. It's just Orson melting down in 1978, doing commercials in England for Findus frozen foods, and it starts out civilized enough. We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. Do you really mean that? Yeah, I'd start about a half a second late. Don't you think you really want to say July over the snow? Isn't that the fun of it? If you could make it almost when that shot disappears, I think it'll make much more. I think it's so nice that you see a snow-covered field and say every July peas grow there. We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. We aren't even in the field, you see. Oh, no, we're not. We're talking about them growing, and she's picked them. I don't understand you then. What must be over for July? Well, when you get out of that snowy field. But I was out. We were onto a can of peas, a big dish of peas when I say July. You are? Yes, always. Yes, always, by the way. That one little phrase there, I stole that for the brain, on Pinky and the Brain. I lifted just that yes, always, and the yes became... Apparently everybody loved that at the office, and the first time I met Spielberg, I actually did meet him face to face on this lot, and he just came up to me and said, "Yes," and I went, "Yes," and he went, "Yes," and I said, "Yes." He goes, "I love the way you do that, yes," and I said, "Yes," and that was our meeting, and that was it. Bye bye, and that was all. That's all we said to each other. But anyway, that's just the beginning of the frozen peas thing, and by the end of it, he's like, "Now, what is it you want in your depths of your ignorance? What is it you want? Whatever it is you want, I can't deliver because I just don't see it." But that was absolutely fine. It really was. It isn't worth it. No money is worth this. And he walks out. So,
but he gets really dirty.
He does. Because at one point he goes, "Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July and I'll go down on you." It's just idiotic, if you'll forgive me for my saying so. That's just stupid. In July. Love to know you can emphasize in July. Impossible. Meaningless. You don't know what I'm up against. So, anyway.
Now, Orson Welles, is it because you're a fan, or just that you just thought this was a hilarious recording and it just stuck in your head?
Well, I was given the tape on a lonely New Year's Eve. I'd missed my flight because I was working on this job, and it was actually Phil Proctor from the Firesign Theater gave me this tape of famous outtakes. So, sitting at home while all my friends had jetted off to New York for the MTV party, I just was feeling sorry for myself. I thought, let me listen to this thing. And I just thought it was brilliant. I must have listened to it a dozen times that night. And then I just put it in my car and just listened to it backwards and forwards. I ended up dubbing it to the other side of the tape so that all I was listening to is this thing. I might be on the spectrum. I'm not sure. But I wanted to get every single nuance down of this great tape, this great piece of tape of Orson Welles in the act of being himself, as Alan Funt used to say. And I just thought it was genius, because at parts of it I was siding with the two poor schlubs that were trying to direct him, but by the time I listened to it for the 800 billionth time, I realized he's absolutely right, and you don't direct Orson Welles to be anything but Orson Welles. As notoriously... Wally Burr, one of the great cartoon directors, told me he directed Orson in his very last job, which was he played a planet in the Transformers movie, Unicron. And he attempted to line read Orson, and Orson stopped him and said, faster, slower, louder, softer. That's the only direction I take. Let's go again. And that was it. That's all you direct Orson Welles to do, So,
yeah, we miss Wally Burr. He passed away last year.
Yeah, God bless him.
Full of stories like that. He actually directed us in an episode of Combat Radio. He put together a G.I. Joe fight with all the guests.
No kidding.
Yeah, he totally
Awesome.
directed us.
Awesome. Wally was great.
Yeah.
You better subscribe to this channel before you look uncool.